people of God, what God cannot do. Hallelujah. On November 2022, I woke up from sleep in excruciating pains, and I was rushed to the hospital. On that day, I had an emergency surgery for ovarian cyst. It was a tough battle, but God came through for me. In June 2023, again, I woke up from sleep in excruciating pains at 3 a.m. At 5 a.m., I was rushed again to the hospital. And when I got to the hospital, after more checks, I was told I had hernia abdominal adhesions. Hernia abdominal adhesions. I'm sorry. Hernia abdominal adhesions are when the organs in your abdomen come together. So I was in serious pain. After the surgery, I was sent to the ICU, the intensive care unit. There were complications. And a nurse told me, "Do you know Nsppd?" I said, "Yes, but I've never joined." So the nurse in the intensive care unit said, "You have to log on to Pastor Jerry every day." And then I started. On June 30th, 2023, Papa prayed against abdominal adhesions. And I said, "This is me." Because there were complications, and all through this period, they couldn't find what the problem was. But after I got the word from Papa, immediately after the test, the doctors were able to find out what happened. Wow. And I give God the glory. Elroy came through. The sickness was reversed immediately, and I was made whole. On January 25th, 2025, this year, again, I was going about my normal duties and I had pains. I went to the hospital. After more checks, I was told I had umbilical obstruction. So I have a friend who I normally pray with. His name is Jerry. He reached out to Papa on my behalf, and Papa prayed, and he sent the prayer to me on WhatsApp. And I kept using that prayer. I had the surgery again. I was discharged after 6 days. After 5 days, I was readmitted for infection of the surgery site. And I called on the God of Pastor Jerry, and Elroy came through. On August 28th, 2025, yet again, I was admitted into the hospital. At this time, I was told I had bowel adhesive obstructions. What this means is that the intestinal organs and the digestive organs had gummed together. No water is coming out, nothing is going in. If I take a sip of water, I will start throwing up. For 2 weeks, I could not take food, I could not take water. At a point, I just told myself, this is it. Again, on the altar of fire, on September 2nd, Pastor Jerry said, "Multiple organ failures is not too big for you, O Lord." Pastor said, "This is not unto death. The sickness is not unto death. You shall have your testimony, and there shall be a shift. You are God from the beginning." This was the turning point in my life. People of God, at this time, at this time, I had prepared to go. I had given instructions on how my children will be taken care of. I had given orders on how they will go to school to make sure they are okay. But Papa gave the word. And from that point, my faith came alive. Again, Papa said, "Once have I said it, and twice have I said that power belongs to God." And I said, "Yes, the God of Pastor Jerry will heal me." As at that day, when I asked the surgeon, I said, "What's the plan? What are we going to do?" The surgeon said, he doesn't even know that when he goes in, he will look at it and then he will determine what to do. So on September 4th, 2025, Papa again said, "They said you will not rest. They have been carrying your name, Elroy." And then my faith rose again, and I started praying. I started having hope. I had a surgery again on the 5th of September. What was meant to be one procedure became 2 different surgeries in one. and lasted for about 4 hours. They found closed loops and they found twisted loops in my digestive system. I was discharged on the 15th of September. I did not leave the altar. I was still on the altar of fire. On September 26th, Papa said, the God of vengeance shall arise and send back every arrow. He said the word of vengeance at that time reversed my bowel adhesive condition. From that moment onward, the sickness was reversed and I became whole. Papa went on to say, you thought they wounded you, but the glory of God is coming. They thought they conspired against you, but the glory of God is coming. Elroy came through for me. Immediately, Papa gave this word, the pattern of sickness, everything's reversed immediately. As I stand upon this altar, as I stand before Elroy, as I stand before God of Pastor Jerry, as I stand before Pastor Jerry, I declare on this day that this pattern of sickness is reversed. I decree that it shall not happen again. The Elroy came through for me. God healed me. If not for God, if not for the word that came from Pastor Jerry, I will not be standing here today. When I go home from the hospital, I removed my shoes. I laid outside on the floor. And this was me that just had surgery. And I said, God, I thank you. I came back with my 2 legs. What God cannot do. What God cannot do.
Good morning, church. I'm very sorry. I'm very nervous. Sorry. My name is Adeze Gwenagu. So in 2022, I was introduced to this altar by my friend, Omar Zubene. I've keyed into this altar since. I've known so many things. I'm Catholic by faith, yes, but ever since I know Pastor Jerry, I'm not going back.
Wow.
So I have been on this altar since that 2022 till date. So one of the things that I've always asked God for was transfer of service from Anambra office to Abuja office, because I needed a career advancement, career growth, and also the peace of mind and happiness of the conducive area where you were. So I've been asking for this. Every time I go to the office, I pray. They tell me, don't apply, that there's no space. I even went over the head of my auntie that gave me the job. I went to meet the director. I don't know the kind of confidence that came on me. I went to meet the director. He kept on telling me the same thing. I didn't lose faith. I carried on. I kept on praying. Beginning of this year, it came with so many challenges for me all at once. I said, God, I can't carry this thing you're bringing for me, but I know that yes, Pastor Jerry, they always prays. I always tune in every morning, even when I'm preparing for work. Every day I tune in. I put on my AirPod. I say, God, the God that sees everybody has given their own testimony. I will come here and give my testimony. So I always come home because my family is here. I grew up here. I said, God, this year, now you've come with so many challenges, left, right, center. Is you that will remove it from me. I don't know how to do it. So I told God that, okay, I came home in August for my leave, like I always do. I came in. I told God that anyhow you do it for me before I renew my rent, because I don't know how I'm going to renew rent that's bigger than my salary. I don't know how to do it. On 30th of August, okay, before 30th, Pastor Jerry's birthday, 22nd, I tuned in that day. I woke up by midnight. I prayed in. I've sent my prayer point through the email. You said what she sent. I sent it. 30th, I can't forget that day. 30th of August 2025, I got a call that I should come to the office. And my transfer letter has been approved. Wow. And I was posted back to Abuja. I didn't know where to start from, but you know, when you've wanted something for so long, like even people that know me, if you wake me up from sleep, Ada, what do you want? I'll tell you I want transfer before marital settlement. To tell you how badly I was. Papa, this letter was approved on your birthday, 22nd of August this month. Look at it here. Now this is one. I'm sorry to take your time, but I want to also thank God that out of 8 billion people, Elroy saw me and answered me, who am I? Small girl like me. But I said, God, I know I'm a big girl in your eyes, no problem. But he answered it for me. 7 of my friends got married and they had babies. Father, sister then gave birth to boys, no complications, and the last person gave birth to a girl. Father, this testimony is not just for me, but it's for sister of my friends, Omo, Chizoba, Juliet, Solange, Pere. Papa, you did this on this altar. This I call her, Papa, I know I've come here. I've always come to this altar. I prayed. I remember coming here with my mom. I told my mom, Mommy, follow me. I came here last year in August. I said, I want this letter to come out. I'm the one holding it. I'm living this testimony right now. I'm resumed work already. My new colleagues were very warm and welcoming to me. Papa, I know that this is not the end, but I wish I come back for more testimony. Thank you very much.